Okay, Eric.
Today's June 19th, 2009. It's Michael Berenbaum. I'm here with Joe Friedman, who was a Holocaust survivor from Auschwitz and who was on the death marches. We are... What? And 9 other, who was at Auschwitz and 9 other camps. We are doing this DVD as part of his ongoing efforts to document the Holocaust and to testify. Joe is now 93 years old, and one of the remarkable things is that he continues to be productive now that he is 13. So that there's been a very long period of time of productivity and a very long period of time in which he has borne witness. This has included the writing of several books, the creation of poetry, and now in his senior years, he's now entering the world of the internet with the effort to reach out to students so that they have the opportunity to hear firsthand from a Holocaust survivor before it is too late.
Thanks to Professor Dr. Michael Berenbaum, I'm still right. 1998, I met Dr. Michael Berenbaum at Claremont College when we have a lecture about the Holocaust. You know where I was in the company from 3 for my advisors, you know, and teachers and friends, Professor Elie Wiesel, Dr. Michael Berenbaum, and Professor John Roth. These are the people who guide me on my road, advising me. Without them, I would be lost. 1988, when I met Dr. Michael Berenbaum, and after listening to him, going a few times on his lecture, I gave him my first book, which I wrote, The Road to Hell in Job. After he finished my 2 books, I said to him, I'm not writing anymore. I'm too old and tired. But I wrote 1 more book about my wife Helen. I have, besides this, I have 3 books ready to publish. I hope that I will live so long. Maybe, you never know. And I gave him 1 book, which I wrote, the 3rd one, The Kingdom of Light. This is a story of a Jewish woman who survived Auschwitz only because the Germans didn't have time to kill her. She came in August, and a month later they sent her to the Czechoslovakia, you know, to a airplane factory, because the Russian army have advancing very, very quickly. They didn't have time to destroy everything and to kill her. Please remember, if you go back with the memory, the only women who survived in Auschwitz have been they who lived sexually with their SS, Ukrainian, you know, locals that's there in some couples. They forced them to live sexually. After 2 weeks, they sent them to the oven, and they went out to the crematorium, ashes left. No witnesses, but she survived. I married. I used to travel before all over the world, places, university, colleges, churches, temples, sharing my life. In some places I came. In Helen, you feel the best for my kisses have been in across the line. You have been in other places. These are the family. From the women who survive, she's dead, but her family is alive. I finish mine another book, you know, The Modern Job. But I didn't publish it. Why? I would like to the readers know who was the one who gave me, you know, physical power, you know, watching over me that I survive. This was, I told her, dear one, I wouldn't publish this book. This was 1999, when I was ready to publish. She said, why? I said, remember we have been traveling in countries and places, and we met some witness, some women who survived. I know like they inflict pain at the end, or on their family. Remember I said to her, Hitler was trying to destroy us, to put us to animal, but the one who was believing in Almighty, the one who was trying to live through. Remember what was going on. And now, so many years later, I not like to inflict pain with them. I do my job. I made 32 movies, DVDs about the Holocaust. I wrote about 6 books. Now I have a 7th book coming. You know, this is the Hitler's heritage, hatred. But in this book, my approach is different. Come away for a minute.
All right.
Thank to Professor Michael Berenbaum. This is my voice, him typing. I couldn't write, I'm just dictating to this young man. After this he is typing then after typing, I'm going to go where it's edited, try to do my best. This is the way which I come from. I'm blessed that the Lord gave me a possibility to live in this country. And first of all, I'd like to thank Professor Michael Berenbaum. His advice and his colleagues' advice have been helping me on my road. This is when to win for mine advices. Thank him, I come to our lecture production. Dr. Michael, you have to finish this.
Okay. One of the incredible contributions of survivors to the history of the Holocaust has been to allow us entree into the inner experience of the camp. The documents show us the situation, the circumstances in which people lived. We can get to the parameters, but we can only write about the experience. They can very deeply and very profoundly speak to the experience. And that's been the unique contribution not only of Joe Friedman, but of Joe Friedman's generation, which has contributed mightily in terms of memoirs and books, in terms of more than 75,000 individual testimonies on DVDs. And it's going to be a lasting contribution to our understanding of this, perhaps the most formative event of 20th century humanity.
Thank you, Professor Michael Berenbaum, for giving you time that you can help me on my road.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.